Good afternoon, intrepid readers. It's so good to see you today. I have a blog I want to talk to you about that I did on Sunday, but if you can tell by looking at me, I'm haggard. I know I look haggard. I'm really upset. I woke up this morning. I went to bed early because I couldn't stand watching the election anymore. And when I woke up and found out the result of the election, I just cried and cried and cried. And for a couple of reasons, mainly the two big ones. And if you're a Republican and going into this next 4 years, and you want to know why people are so upset, some of the reasons, I'll tell you mine. I think it's amazing the strides that we've made towards equal rights in the past 4 years, as far as equal rights for marriage for everybody, and women to get paid what they are worth in the same vein as what men get paid for the same work. I think those are amazing strides that we've made, and I'm afraid that we're losing all that now. So if those, and then climate change too. I think for my kids, I'm really a big fan. I think that climate change science and our understanding that and helping to fix that is really important. So if you think those are important issues, even though you're a Republican, please keep those in mind as we go into this next 4 years. And if you're not, then I think Michelle Obama would be an amazing president in 2020, whether she's thought of doing it or not. So I'm putting my vote in now. POTUS 2020. Michelle Obama. Okay. Anyway, that's not my blog topic. My blog topic is the mystery of punishment versus reinforcement. All right. So my boys have chores, a list of chores that is up on the refrigerator that they have to do before they go to school every morning. And it's a pretty reasonable list of chores, I think. I mean, it's not super short, but it includes things like get dressed and drink a glass of water and put on your sunscreen. So it's not like ow, 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 ow. They're getting drugged and drawn and quartered and tortured before they go to school each morning. So it's a list. And there are things that they're included that they don't like. You know, they have to do dishes. They have to work out the dog. Things like that. Well, some of it is a struggle to get them to do. So that's where this blog comes from. So on Friday, this last Friday, I was doing work in the morning upstairs on book 2 of the murder mystery, which draft 1 is finished. Draft 1 of book 2 is finished, and I'm going to send it to the publishers here very soon too, in hopes of getting that one, a contract for that one too. So keep your fingers crossed. So anyway, I was working upstairs. I came downstairs to find out my youngest son had not completed 3 of the jobs that he had for his morning chores. And he's kind of the one. He's the youngest, right? And he's lazy. He's emotional and a little bit lazy, and he's a lot like me. And so consequently, we butt heads pretty often. So anyway, he hadn't completed 3 of his chores. So after school that day, I explained to him that rather than yell myself hoarse or talk myself hoarse trying to get them to do what they needed to get done before school, I was going to have him, the youngest, do all the chores for both boys the whole weekend. So all day Saturday and all day Sunday, my youngest son had to do his chores and his older brother's chores. And that's kind of a list. You know, that was kind of a lot of things that he had to do. And so at the same time, my friend Richard sent me an article about how we as a culture are kind of, that kids are kind of losing their adolescence because of all of these rules that we see. And it spoke specifically about that situation, I don't know how many months ago it was, with the student who wouldn't relinquish her cell phone. And so another student basically cussed out the police officer that had come in to try and fix the situation, and that police officer threw the girl with the cell phone across the floor. I mean, it was a disaster, right? But the girl who cussed out the police officer got in more trouble than the girl that got thrown across the floor. And anyway, it kind of, the thing is, it kind of says, well, kids are kids. Kids are wired to rebel. They are wired to push the envelope and test their boundaries. And that's very true. And are we doing it wrong? Are they losing something that is an important part of their adolescence with our strictness? And as a teacher and as a parent, I have learned all these things in terms of, we know that it's better for kids if we can do 5 positives for every negative in terms of our raising our children. It's so much better. They're not going to listen to all the positives, but it's more likely to even out between what we're trying to get them to do and what we know they're doing well if they hear a lot more on this side, right? So if they hear one positive and they really hear it, it offsets the negative. And so I know that. I understand that as a parent and as a teacher. And so is this what I did with my youngest son by making him do all the chores for the whole weekend? Is that against what I know to be true? And I don't know. It is a mystery. This is a conundrum that I'm stuck with at this point, because I don't know. I think he's done. He did the whole weekend worth of chores, and now he's done 3 days. He's had 3 days of just his regular chores back to normal, and he hasn't done them all perfectly, but he is more aware, and he's worried. He doesn't want to do, that's what I told him. If you don't want to do this anymore, like everybody's chores, then what's the best way to do that? Oh yeah, do your chores. Okay? He says, I don't like chores. I don't like homework. And I said, guess what? Nobody likes chores. Nobody likes homework. But the thing is, you as a person have to learn what I, as a person, am trying to teach you and have already learned, which is it's much easier to get what you want when you get what you need to do out of the way, done and done well, and then can go do the things you want, which in his case are playing music and playing basketball or sports or whatever. And it's such a struggle. It's so hard because I keep telling him, nobody likes homework, honey. Nobody wants to do chores. But it's a necessity. It's the way the world turns. We got to keep the world turning. Do the stuff we don't like so that we can do the things that we like freely. And I don't think I'm giving him a complex where I think that I feel like it was an okay consequence. But in the back of my head, I'm still wondering. I do wonder, is there a way that I could have done it better? I would be interested to hear your thoughts on the matter. So until next time, stay mystified. And see, now I can't find that. Oh, here it is. Okay. And if you are happy about the election, then I'm happy for you. And if you're not, I feel your pain. I'm telling you, I look haggard because I've been bawling since 6 o'clock this morning. So I get it. Michelle Obama, POTUS 2012. Let's do it. Bye.